there, y'all. Today I am making bone broth. I wanted to tell you about why I'm doing it and how to do it, give you a little lesson in that. But first I wanted to mention I got on this bone broth kick when I was reading Dr. Cate Shanahan's book, Deep Nutrition, which I Instagrammed this a few weeks ago. You better be following me on Instagram, by the way. It's TheCareAndFeedingOfDivas on Instagram. It is a fantastic book. It is exhaustively researched and footnoted. Look at the footnotes, tiny, 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 and lots of them. She is just a genius. Fantastic book. If you want the lighter, quicker read, you can get her book, Food Rules. It's just a really, really fast read and great for anybody interested in nutrition. So this book, Deep Nutrition, talks about the importance of bone broth and not just stocks made with meat, but you have to get the bones in there because you pull out, by the cooking, long cooking and a little bit of acid, pulls out what's called glycosaminoglycans. And these are magical, it's a magical substance in the broth, and it repairs tissue, it repairs joints and connective tissue, so it's fantastic. Read about it in the book. I won't bore you with the science, the details right now. So I've been cooking this broth for 24 hours. These were the remnants of a ham bone, and we ate up all the meat off of it, and I've just been cooking that in there. I put it in there, covered it with water, and put about a cup of red wine. The red wine gives it the acid, which helps to leach all the goodness out of the bones. So just put it on the slow cooker, 24 hours, and that's it. You can put herbs and things in there. I did a really good one with the turkey, and I just chopped up a bunch of, I didn't even chop them, I just broke them in half and put a bunch of carrots and celery. You could throw a handful of herbs, some sage, something like that, just sort of whatever you have at hand. Now, ordinarily, I would let this cool, but I didn't. I forgot. All right, so I'm just straining a little bit of that. Now, you can strain it finer than this if you want to. I don't mind. This is pretty clear. I'm not a stickler for that. I just want to get the main pieces of, just gristle and bones. You just don't want any of that in there. So I just pour it into a safe plastic. Make sure you get the good kind that doesn't have the chemicals. And I just put it in the freezer. And then I'll just use it I'll do soups, and obviously soups and sauces and things like that. But the other thing I did the other day, I had some, and I pulled it out, thawed it out in the microwave, and I put it just a couple of handfuls of rice. And so instead of using plain water, you cook it the rice in the broth. It was really, really good. I had some of the old pieces of ham, just chopped that up in there, some veggies, like a handful of kale. Boom, done. My husband loved it. So these are left over from Thanksgiving. We took the entire carcass of the turkey, threw it in a big pot of water, covered it with about that much water, maybe 2 cups of wine, and cooked it for 24 hours. This stuff is amazing. It's so, so good. And then I've got some left over from this. This is a chicken one. This was just, I just had the carcass of one chicken in a smaller pot. That one you can boil it for like 12 hours, just overnight. It makes a great little chicken broth. And this one is the last one I have from, we had some grass-fed bone-in ribeyes. And make sure, on all of these, it goes without saying, do organic, do hormone-free, do grass-fed, like that deal. Because this is a concentrated version of the critter. So you want the cleanest critter you can get, right? This was, we'd had a couple of bone-in ribeyes that we just cooked on the grill, saved the bones. We ended up with, I kind of collect them, so I'll put them in here, I'll just put them in the freezer till I get enough. Threw them in the stock pot 24 hours. It's the best beef broth ever. Oh, it's so good. So the key thing is make sure you have a little bit of that acid in there. And if you use actual vinegar, you don't need a ton of it. I made that mistake. I put way too much vinegar in the first time I tried it. So that's why I like wine. As the saying says, I always cook with wine. Sometimes I even put it in the food. Anyway, so there we go. That is ham broth right there from a really good quality Neiman Ranch ham. So hormone-free, antibiotic-free. And I just use this in everything. All right, back to the books. Make sure you get these if you are interested in this. If you're interested in any kind of primal eating, traditional eating, these are amazing. You will learn so much. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna finish putting up my broth. And don't forget, follow me on Instagram, TheCareAndFeedingOfDivas. I'll keep the information coming along on Instagram. And y'all stay as fabulous as you can stand to be. I'm Maddie Roberts. you.